Good morning, guys. All righty. I know I've got some other amps that I've got to get tuned out as well, but I'll save that for a little bit later. Right now, we're going to go ahead and get some more done on this as far as some of the prep work. And then, later on this week, whenever I am good and relaxed and get some more sleep in, I'll go through and get the other two amps tuned out, get that all squared away. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead we're going to go try to get a little bit of work done on this one. Again, I just got off work here 2 hours ago, so got home and we shot the little quick video for Bighorn up there in Texas. So he's already boxed up and he's ready to go. Went ahead to help out my buddy Three Made. He's been using the same guy that has been doing my labels, where he's just been trying to find, somebody that'll actually do it his way, and for a reasonable price. So definitely want to give a shout out to CPC Printing here in Brownstown, for helping everybody out on that. All right. So, like I said, we're just going to do a little bit of the groundwork, this morning on this one, and then call it a night, get some rest, and start it all over again tomorrow. Or, well, what I call tomorrow, which will be in about here in about 6 hours, maybe 7 if I let myself sleep in. There we go. Okay. Now it's time to pull out the old notebook. Yeah, if I get my fingers in there. Because I don't remember what I used on these on the input. I've got a lot of different amplifier builds in my head, and sometimes I still have to go back and double check myself on a couple different ones and see what we've got. Okay. Let's grab a couple of those. Like I said, good morning, guys. Like I said, it just just trying to gear down a little bit before Betty by. I need to get my silicone mat back out here too. I took it off here so I could clean it the other day, and didn't get back to it. It's all right. I just happen to have a handy piece of cardboard. Well, I've got a few of you guys that are getting ready to go into work this morning, and some are just getting ready to get off. They work the graveyard shift the same as I do. Okay, got that one tacked down. Alrighty. So I'm just plugging away like always, guys. Plugging away. All right. Through some other here notes. Let's see. Need to grab a couple of capacitors for that. Get those out of the way. Yeah, sometimes it's just so hard to go through all these 1,000 puff caps and put them in different sequences for different points. Okay, see another one that's right there in with that one. I've got another 100 of these that I've got to go through too. Sit down and do nothing but go through parts and start matching stuff up. I try to keep everything within like 1 or 2 puff on the outputs and on the inputs. Just makes life a little easier. Aha, there it is. So that'll be on one of my to-do lists here in the next week or so, is to go through some of these and start matching those up for some of the 4-pill and 8-pill sections. 4-pill and 8-pill amps. Alrighty. Radio Garage. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tim. Glad to see you guys kind of starting to interact again. Sometimes I think I'm crazy if I'm just sitting there talking to myself, you know. Of course, we all have to. Yeah, I've already put my 12 hours in for another company that I work for. And yet here I am out here this morning instead of in bed like I should be. But I just want to get a little progress started on this, you know, laying the basic foundation and what have you. This part's pretty easy, so you know it doesn't require as heavy a thought process. There's this early in the morning, so that's part of the reason why, like I said, I'm just getting the groundwork started on this one, and then whenever I've got some rest in me, I'll go back and I'll tune those other 2 amplifiers I've got built back behind me, get those taken care of. Yesterday was pretty busy with just just some general people that I know, that come by to visit and check a few things out, buy a few things, put some deposits down. So, pretty enjoyable weekend. But I generally put, usually whenever I come home from work, I usually put anywhere from at least an hour to an hour and a half in while I'm out here. That's just kind of my gear down time. And then when I get up in the mornings and get ready to start my day, basically we do the same thing again. Spend another hour or so before work and do what we can out here. Okay. It's one of those, sometimes I get so excited about building amps, I forget about, taking just a few minutes and putting these capacitors on the transformer before I set them. If I would just get myself in that habit again, it'd make life a little easier. Good morning, Bruce. Morning, morning, buddy. Yep. Well, same thing here. I mean, I'm going to have to be going here before too much longer. And like I said, get myself laid down for the evening. Like I said, just wanted to try to get to the point where I can at least get the relay set. But I want to go ahead and get this stuff done too. There we go. Happy with that. So if you guys haven't noticed, essentially everything here in what I'm classifying as the evolution series, the big thing with this is the fact that it's all biased. And that one's broke. That was a brand new one. There's $5 down the drain. It's all right. We'll buy them by the bag. But anyways, what I started to say was, like I said, you'll notice everything in this series is, 100% biased. We've been trying to show you guys a little bit more as far as on the, spectrum analyzer and, what kind of signal we're putting in. Granted, I know I don't show every 100% aspect of every piece that goes in and out of here. Even though it's ran through the spectrum analyzer, it's ran through the oscilloscopes, voltage checks, etc., etc. Which is really good. Unfortunately, sometimes I know whenever I've got multiple projects that I'm trying to get done as quick as I can and get them out the door, after I've got them all finished up and I'm happy with them, and the full ensemble of the clarity and everything else. Sometimes it's very, very difficult to actually get process and mode. It's just my time that I get to spend out here is so limited, with working the other jobs. So, all right. That'll still give me just enough room to get in here, be able to put my strip down. Do. Yep. All right. So this is kind of a mid-size cabinet that ICA has, and I've built a couple in it so far. Now, granted, they were just regular, everyday amplifiers, but this one actually is going to be biased, same as everything else. So all the other ones I've been using a small little 8 amp relay. This is the first one that's actually going to be, fully biased with the large relay that I've been using. So I just got to think a little bit as far as on the layout as I'm going along. I can go ahead and take mental notes, and then when we get to the stage of finalizing everything, I'll take some pictures of it as well, and that way I can go back and reference, the full, the full overview, so that I can try to replicate that on a regular basis. Okay. There we go. And just like that, it's set. All right. Grab my snips here. We're going to go ahead and cut some wire for the transformers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 12. So about 16 inches. Well, you guys are ultra quiet tonight, or this morning. Not enough coffee, I guess, flowing through everybody's veins yet. I know I've cut these a little long, but I'm actually going to do this just a little differently. Again, since we have a restraint on room, I'll be able to utilize my excess wire here after a bit for the combiner that needs to be made. So. Go up and over. And there we go. Ta-da. All right, so like I said, we'll cut that excess off, but I intentionally left that incredibly long, like I said, so that I can go ahead and cut out the pieces and use it as far as to go ahead and make the combiner. Used that piece like twice already, and it's kind of lost a little too much stickiness. Okay. All right. Get that baby through there one more time. We will be good to go. Alrighty. Well, I got my goal accomplished for this morning. Like I said, I got a couple of packages all packed up and ready to go. We've got our inputs taken care of on this as far as transformers set. The last of the capacitors here and the relay. Of course, one of the things that I also did while I was off camera before we went ahead and did this is I went ahead and put the black faceplate on. So we did that, put the labels on there. I've got an order already in for some more of these that will not have clear coat. So I've got, like I said, one or two that's going to be like this, and then the rest of them, as time progresses and I'm able to catch them in between orders as far as whenever they're making the cabinets, I'll order mine without the clear coat on it, and then take them in and have them ran through with the powder coating. So kind of liking that as far as on the overall. Plus, it's a nice durable finish. But anyhow, guys, I appreciate you just popping in for a quick visit. Like I said, I just wanted to go ahead and get a few things done here on this morning, just before bedtime. But, got some of the process taken care of here. A little bit more that I've got to figure out as far as on the layout, since this one's going to be biased. I still want to try to keep as close to the same proximity on the theme as that I have on some of the others that you guys have seen me build. So, we're going to call it an evening on this, and we will catch you guys on the next live feed. All right, everybody, appreciate you popping in. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful day at work.